I can't believe Claude's Fable 5 made me a website. An interactive one at that, and I have no web design experience. And if you don't know me, I'm Nikki. I've worked with some of your favorite personal brands and collaborated with some of the biggest AI companies, and now I'm focused on Lion's behavior. All right, so let's make this website. So first, let's talk about the tools that I use that you're going to need. Of course, we need Claude. I use Claude Code with the model Fable 5. Now, I do have a max plan, which is the $100 plan. I max out my usage limit at least once. Second thing that I use was the email provider, because on this website, I do collect emails for my newsletter, and so I use Kit for that, and I have Kit MCP. The MCP just connects Kit to Claude. That's all that is. And for inspiration, I use 21st.dev. This is a gold mine. Like, this shows you every possible way that you could create a website between the different features, sections. They have testimonials, carousels. Everything is right there. Now, since this is a brand website, you want to have all your brand assets ready. I'm talking about photos, bios, logos, everything that you may need to truly show who you are and who your brand is. Have that ready. And then just have the mindset that you're going to be working a lot in preview. Do not press ship or production just yet. Everything that we're about to do, I did a lot of it, 99% of it in preview. Now that we have our tools, let's get into the first prompt. So the first prompt is I want to build an animated personal website with my brand using Fable 5 inspired by and whatever the URL is. So let me show you how this looks like. So as you can see, I use Lewis Howes' website as inspiration. So I said, I want to be able to create an animated website using Higgsfield MCP for my own personal Nicky Saunders website. And I gave it a screenshot. I gave it the website, and I told it to pull my bio from Notion. And so it has all my social media stuff, and just ask me any further questions to see if this is even possible. That is a very important part, because Claude doesn't know you like that and truly what you need. So you need to speak out your vision, and it's going to ask you and interview you to get it right. Now, for the second part of the prompt, we focus on the knowledge base, right? Where is AI pulling the information about you? And so here I said, pull my bio and origin story from Notion, but that can be Google Drive for you, or Obsidian, wherever you keep all the information about you, your brand, your audience. So it could just pull from that instead of guessing it. Also, you want to give any other resources that you have, such as your email server, your YouTube videos, your social medias, all of that. Now, the first part we want to focus on is the hero section, which is this part right here, where I actually have kind of like this video looping of me on the bridge. Now, this is where Higgsfield MCP comes into play, because you're going to want to make an image first and then the video. Now, because I fed Claude Notion, it figured out different themes about me, and it came up with this concept of the bridge and crossing the bridge. And so it suggested to create a hero video that has to show a bridge to show the connection between AI and creators. Now, at first it came up with something like this, but this is where we have to tweak, because with each part in each section that you do, you have to do 5 things. 1, talk it out. You have to have the conversation of what exactly do you want with Claude. And that is pure conversation. That's not a structured prompt. That is you going, nah, I don't like this. Let's think about something else. The second part is going to do create a mock-up, whether that is an image first, whether that is an artifact. Let it create a mock-up so you don't have to waste all your credits. Third thing is going to be React specifically. There are going to be parts where you may want something just a little bit up or a little bit to the left and a little bit to the right. And then you have to explain that. Do not feel like anything is too small. Say it and let it correct it. 4, once you like everything, then you're gonna push it to the site, AKA preview, because we haven't published it yet. Then once you made it on preview, make sure it looks good on both desktop and mobile. And so with some tweaks, we made this exact hero section, which is amazing. Let me know what you think of this hero section, rated 1 to 10. And the way that we did that, once we approved one of the images, we used this prompt right here to then turn it into a video that looped around. The hero section is your first impression, so that's why I spend a little bit more time on that. But the next prompt is literally to start the whole page, the foundation. Use my approved copy word for word, my portrait, my hero video as a looping background with the headline over it, and then wire the email form to Kit and deploy the preview and give me the link. This gave me the foundation of the website. Here was version 1 of the site. So we have the hero video, we have me with a bio, it got my YouTube videos, it got my digital products, and it has a section for my newsletter. That was it. Now, could I have shipped that? Could I have published it and then we've been good? Yeah, it has all the sections that I needed. But this didn't scream Fable 5, so we made some tweaks. And to be honest, that was actually version 1.5. Isaiah, can you show them the very first one, the black and gold one? Now, this is what it originally looked like. We changed the color and the fonts. And to do that, we just gave it a simple prompt saying, yo, change the palette to cream and navy. Now, the very first couple of versions were very basic, and I wanted to break it down section to section of what people follow me for. For me, it's content, it's systems, it's community, it's connecting, aka working with me, and of course the newsletter. But it's all about the details as well. So you're gonna wanna break it down to sections, but also the details in each section. So for example, like the logo ticker that I have, what's gonna be in the content section, the subway mat theme where you see the end line coming through, every single detail matters. And I wanted to show you inside of my own Claude of how the artifacts look when you do get those details in the sections right, is when I was trying to do the end line, it shows you right here how it would work through each of the sections. So you see the content, the systems, the community, and so the end was going along the side for the website. Artifacts need to be your best friend when you're doing this process. And as you can see in my session, I wasn't giving it prompts. I was having conversations with it. I was telling it what to tweak, what I liked, what it didn't like, changing the videos on the video section that I wanted to do, and seeing the previews over and over again every single time and made some changes. When it came to this site, I wanted to make sure each section gave a different experience, a different personal experience you get to know me about, right? So the very first part, when you're see who I've worked with and who I've collaborated with to build that credibility. Then a lot of people were introduced to me through Instagram. And so I wanted to create this Instagram story feature that I have with different pictures with myself and the community and some people that I know. And then having the content section of just YouTube videos and some of my favorite YouTube videos that would add value, because I didn't want to flood them with all different options of Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and LinkedIn. Whatever your main platform is, just let that be the content section if you want to share content. And then digital product, I have Draft Loop, which turns your idea into a content machine. Now, we all know when we try to do AI images, it kind of redraws our logos and our products. And so this is what it did for Draft Loop. And I actually have Draft Loop Trademark, so I didn't need it to change it up at all. And so I had to put this prompt to actually get the full logo on the AI generated box. And so though the packaging is AI and the background's AI, I had to make sure that Draft Loop stays intact. Of course, community is super big, and so we have Lion's behavior and giving it kind of this like photo showing people and not just me in there. And then this part was really dope of working with me. When you click on it, it shares like the different ways that you could work with me, but also it has a folder of like different brand work that I've done, which is really fire. And I got that inspiration through 21st.dev. And then to end it with Content Corner and getting on the newsletter. And like I said, each section just gives a different experience and a little bit more into who I am. Now, when you have the look of everything, you want to check the wording. You want to make it go through a polish pass. And this is going to check the grammar, the punctuation, the capitalization, the emphasis, is going to do it all. So make sure before you hit that publish and tell it to ship it, make sure you do a polish pass. Now, some of the hard lessons that I learned, and we talked about a few of them: mock before you build. This is going to save you so much tokens if you just mock it up before you push it to the site. Never let AI build your trademark. They'll always get it wrong. React with specifics. I had a certain section that the speaking one, the work with me, and it had this like really super foggy look. I had to remove it. I had to push certain pictures to the right, to the left. Just be very specific of what you need. Keyframe before you animate. Make sure that still picture is exactly what you want. Everything is lined up exactly what you want. If not, you're just gonna waste tokens. Ooh, this was an important one. Mobile is a whole separate design. You're gonna want to look at mobile. Don't get too caught up in desktop. You're gonna wanna look at mobile and see if the video is aligned with mobile, because it had me going all the way to the right and I wasn't even in the frame. There were a lot of times where certain things just weren't in the frame. So check mobile and desktop at the same time. And since it's a personal brand site, try to use as much real content as you can. For the hero's sake, you can use a bit of AI for the effect and give the impression, but the rest, you want to use as much real pictures of yourself, real testimonials, real pictures of your members and clients and who you've worked with. This just builds trust, and people are starting to get really finicky about AI created content that you still want to show a little bit of you. Now remember, I'm going to give you this full playbook if you just go to the link in the description, as well as hit that QR code. I'm giving you this all. Now, I'm not going to lie, this took a few hours, not because the prompts aren't good. It has everything to do with I didn't know what I really wanted until I saw it come to life. Now, the first couple of versions that I could have published took me about an hour to do, the foundation. But the site that you see and that you can go into the link in the description to see for yourself, that took me several hours, and that was just because I was just tweaking and asking questions and trying to make everything better. And this is coming from a person who has no web design experience but had a subscription to Claude and took advantage of Fable 5, because Fable 5, depending on when you're watching this, is available till July 7th, or you can use usage credit to have access to it. Now, the big question is, when do you use Fable 5? And this is when you use it for big projects like websites, like apps. Let it build that, and then you maintenance it and tweak it with the other models like Opus 4.8 or Sonnet 5. So let me know what you're going to be making with Fable 5. Are you going to try to make a website? Drop that in the comments. Let me know what you think about the website. Click on it, mess around with it. And then if you want to know more about Claude, click this next video.